Welcome one and all to a glittery late summer evening in South Florida, where tonight the sun spills onto a Sunday capper in MLS NEXT Pro. The campaign grooves into its final turn with Inter Miami 2 and Atlanta United 2, both below the playoff fold and anxious to embark on their third act arc. Both teams entering today in the Eastern Conference and looking up at the playoff line, both coming into this one following 3-0 defeats their last time out. For the home team, Inter Miami 2 and Lobo Ledesma, they've had a solid group of players that they have picked from in recent weeks, a lot of stability in the starting 11. That does not change today, and the front three will be the ones that make the big impact. Santi Morales moved to the left-hand side. We've seen him operate as a 10 plenty of times this year, but he will be on the left flank. Mateo Saha trying to get back amongst the goals as he has been in red-hot form, as well as Daniel Pinter on the right. Those two have combined for basically all of the offensive output for Inter Miami 2 in recent weeks, coming off that shutout against FC Cincinnati 2 in their last outing here at home. Atlanta United 2, managed now by Jose Silva. The starting 11 for them after the departure of Steve Cook, and it will be a 3-4-3. We've seen Atlanta United 2 use plenty of shapes throughout the year this season. This is what is settled upon today. Toto Mayu makes another start, having started against New England Revolution 2 in the left wingback spot. He will team up with Moises Tablante on that side to make a nasty two-man punch, and Patrick Weah will start today's game after throughout most of the season being that power pack substitution that's come off the bench. Gabriel Wise on the right is the final player in that attacking trident for Atlanta United 2. A game that is maybe underscored most by desperation to get all 3 points as we enter the final chapter of the league campaign. Set to start now. Live pictures unfolding. Stakes set as the sun does as well in South Florida from Chase Stadium in Fort Lauderdale. Atlanta United 2 and Inter Miami 2 for the second time this year. First meeting was split over 2 days after rain paused play in the Peach State. It is a spotless day tonight, though. This match was originally scheduled in match week 16, in motion in match week 21. Atlanta United 2 entering today their first defeat in 4 in their last game against New England Revolution 2, but only one victory in that stretch of 4 matches. In fact, they've only been able to secure victory 2 times in their last 10. And it will be that certain back three to start. Caden Moore on the ball. Both teams in this one with different maybe tactical outlays in the game, but overall very similar principles. They like to play through tight spaces. They like to have the ball. Both teams well up over 50% in terms of the average possession for the year. Top 10 in that category. The side in pink and the side in black and red. Sumala. And speaking to Jose Silva, approaching this game, was very much so declarative in the fact that this side would not change much of the mentality and how they play, as Silva steps in as the caretaker for Steve Cook. Organizationally, top to bottom, it's the same ideas for United. Caden Moore. Sal Mazzaferro. Always a technical marvel. Gabriel Wise loses the ball on this occasion. And slammed forward. Patrick Weah in pursuit. Back to Matthias Marine, who dodges downfield and taken in well. Amos a little bit casual. Mazzaferro back into the goalkeeper today is Jonathan Ransom, who makes his second consecutive start. Started now 4 of the last 6 games. Jaden Hibbert up with the senior side as the backup goalkeeper in Leagues Cup. So a big opportunity for Jonathan Ransom in goal today for Atlanta United 2. Giovanni Farina. Don't let the 3 goals conceded fool you. In the front of Matthias Marine, who has his pass bobble out of play for an Atlanta United throw. He was superlative against Cincinnati in the last game. Continues a good run for him, making his 8th consecutive start today, the longest run of the season. Sanchez, it gets away from Weesay. Cesar Bajoreda with the interception and back with the side in pink. Instantly, you get the sense that this will be a highly technical affair as both teams try to build out. The foul is given. Habib Houshmand is the center official today. His first real involvement comes 4 minutes in. Alejo Rostano misguided on his ball forward. Skipping back into Ransom, and Atlanta United 2 go again. Mazzaferro, baton in hand, and now Armas. You'll see both of those pivot players in the midfield, Armas and Sanchez, dropping in, taking turns as that first phase conduit. Bit of an aimless ball in behind. Easily picked up by Inter Miami 2, but pilfered back. Moises Tablante. Toto Mayoub's down the line. Sanchez chooses an alternative route. Cesar Bajoreda has the reading the whole way. Inter Miami 2 struggling to get out of their own half. Taken in well. Gabriel Weesay. Man around him's Carmichael. His cross carries toe. Ryan Carmichael, former Inter Miami 2 man. 9 goals and 3 assists for them last year. Off course with his cross, and it's a goal kick. Well, Atlanta United 2 had conceded inside the first 5 minutes in their last 2 games. If there's any sign of progress, that will not happen today, at least. It's happened 3 times throughout the course of the year. Traditionally, they are a pretty good first half team, though. And they are really making it difficult on Inter Miami 2 in their own half. Another winning of possession. Nowhere to go forward for Armas. Majoub. Armas is dispossessed by Rostano. And a toppling. Referee called into action, and the request of Inter Miami 2 is answered. Foul given. As you see, Rostano just catching one. A little shove from behind. Armas more than once coming in close. Rostano circulating upfield. Pinter unable to arrive, and Mazzaferro guides it back to his goalkeeper. Plays one off the referee. It looked like it was a pretty well-tuned pass to break a line. The referee left little recourse other than to stop play. And it will start with a drop ball. Inter Miami 2 not allowed to play that. Sal Mazzaferro is claiming that should be a yellow card for delay of game on Mateo Saha. Sal Mazzaferro, it was lovely to talk to him this week in the build-up to the game. So mature, such a keen understanding of where his game is and where he wants to take it, and maybe more importantly, how to get there. Trying to provide that steadiness at the back to help Atlanta United 2 to a strong close to their season. Sumala for Reina. Flashing wide for Ostano, who settles and strikes out on his own. He's undercut. No advantage presents. Foul given. And it's starting to get spicy inside the first 10 minutes. Toto Majub called for the foul. What's becoming a catalog of them inside these opening exchanges. Shuffled up the line. It is touch tight right now for Inter Miami 2. It's another giveaway. Armas connecting the dots. Armas taking aim. And he's put it on the wrong side of the post. Javier Armas, one of the veteran figures in this team, has 3 goals on the year, was looking for a 4th. And pressure is bursting pipes right now for Inter Miami 2. Tablante approaching the goalkeeper, who's forced to just deliver downfield. There's not a lot of bodies back. Inter Miami 2 trying to conjure something. Saha back behind the ball, the side from Georgia. For Reina. A little bit more direct in his delivery. And one by Rostano, who can't battle by Majub. It's another foul call. Already the 4th foul committed by Atlanta United 2 inside the first 10 minutes. Sumala turning wide for Rostano, who's quickly closed. That is a searching ball in behind. Pinter, Calvary arriving on the 1-2. Pinter just missing out. Looked like it was Alexander Shaw who was arriving towards the top of the area. His through ball needed a little bit more thrust. Nonetheless, it is a throw-in for Inter Miami 2. Down by Rostano. Swung back in by Shaw. A stiff header away, but not all the way clear. Pinter pushing it wide in pursuit. It's Alejandro Flores. Does enough to put off the Atlanta United 2 defender so that his side can win it high. Neat and tidy, turning into the gap. Montenegro unable to bend free. And in the process, he's gotten a bit over physical. KG in the early phases. Quite clear that both teams have a good grasp on exactly how important these games are getting for them. Atlanta United 2 entering today just ahead of Inter Miami 2 in the table. Well below the playoff line, 8 points off it in fact. They do have a couple games in hand though. Rolling away from Tablante, undaunted as he hustles the ball back to the goalkeeper Marine. Inter Miami 2 with growing influence in recent moments. Weah takes hold, and now Majub. And Armas and Majub again. Sal Mazzaferro has a think. Running Wen opening up. Rumbling into the attacking half. Now Ryan Carmichael all the way back in for the goalkeeper Ransom, who will not hold it. And skipping off the head of Majub and out for a throw. Each of these two teams doing a really nice job early of keeping compact and maintaining that defensive structure, not getting pulled apart. Ale Flores, Giovanni Farina, and Sumala, who boldly breaks out from the back. Marine filling in for where the center back Sumala typically would be. He sends downfield, it's sniffed out. Armas. It's a dangerous ball. Masafero reads it well. Majub stepping in. And an undercutting of Santi Morales. Feels like he's got more of a free roll than what you might have believed, seeing his name on the wing on paper. In fact, fluidity is a hallmark of this Inter Miami 2 side. Players have the opportunity and even invitation to trade places and try and find a way to open the game up. Knotted down in the custody of Sanchez. Who checks the rearview mirror before linking Armas, and now back into the possession of Majub. Sanchez. Cooper Sanchez, who has been on call-up in recent weeks at the senior level, joining several that have seen that pipeline pay dividends out of the 2 setup. Back in the starting 11 here today, though. Will Riley is a great example of a player that has come through the academy levels and then into Atlanta United 2 before making the big jump into the senior team. Moises Tablante, who had a brace last time against Inter Miami 2 in the earlier engagement. He's fouled here. Team's leader in fouls drawn on the season, Moises Tablante. Adds another, that's the 30th. Quarter hour gone, not much to speak of. That one maybe half chance from Javier Armas. Beyond that, not much. It's confined for Atlanta United 2. Back to the goalkeeper Ransom, who is not taking any chances, hurling it away. And Matthias Marine will put himself amongst it. This portion of the match is presented by Royal Caribbean. Inter Miami 2, Atlanta United 2. No one has been able to set sail as of late. Daniel Pinter will be called for the foul. Swung into Carmichael. He's not on the same page with Gabriel Wisse. Matthias Marine. Floated in by Carmichael, out by Farina. Giovanni Farina been such a constant force for this Inter Miami 2 team. Played virtually every minute, did have to come off early against FC Cincinnati 2, but back in the lineup today. Back providing that customary solidarity in the back four. He digs in as Sanchez drives ahead, gets away from Tablante. Caden Moore, Majub is a little bit careless with it, and Rostano quick to bounce, sensing the goalkeeper off the line and blowing it by. Picked his head up, had a whack. off target, but it certainly struck some fear into the heart of Jonathan Ransom. Even if it was only for a second, looked like Ransom had his wits about him the whole way. Carmichael driving into Weah, who bends by his man and gets in gear. Patrick Weah crossing the frame. Tablante taps in. ABC 1-2-3. Atlanta United 2. In a simple turn from Patrick Weah, carved the opposition in half. Moises Tablante, he has tormented Inter Miami 2, and he does so again. There will be questions as to whether or not he remained onside. Looked like he just about did. And Atlanta United 2 throw the first blow on the road. They have yet to take all 3 points away from home this year, Atlanta United 2, but that is a splendid start to break through in that department. It really comes that quickly. Patrick Weah with pace and enough headiness to drop it off to the unmarked man at the back post. First assist of the year for Patrick Weah. For Moises Tablante, his 4th goal. And it's all to do again for Inter Miami 2. A fumbling first touch from a deep dropping L.A. Flores. The next 5 minutes will be pivotal for Inter Miami 2. Santi Morales trying to get it back in one fell swoop. Pinter pushing wide, it falls in for Saha! And he's raked it wide, it's been helped there by a deflection, corner coming. Mateo Saha timed up that run so well. Very nice job from the oncoming runner, Santi Morales, to hold the ball and disguise a pass much more centrally. He will try it again with an outswinging corner. It's a well-shaped ball and cannoned high. Restano was waiting on it and just got underneath. When the ball is carrying away from goal like that at that pace, the goalkeeper never going to have much of a chance of playing it. Restano was camping out, and it landed straight on his head. It's just a passing blow, though, for Inter Miami 2. If anything, a flashing warning sign of exactly how quickly they can turn the voltage up. He may have been jolted awake after falling behind. We say first touch isn't there, but he chases it back. Cesar Banjareda kept his head and keeps going. A clearing ball ahead into Shaw. Shaw has a free man at the back post, waiting on it. Back in, Pinter turning, firing, and twirling wide. It would have been scrapbook as he softened with the first touch and struck with the second. The timing taken just off course on that ball from Shaw to Saha. Nonetheless, Inter Miami 2 with 2 great chances in quick succession. Hackles raised. Atlanta United 2 taking on a little bit of water after going ahead. Majub. Tablante reflecting the ball into the possession of Cooper Sanchez. Now we say, what can he do? Thoughts of a cross, it's blocked by Cesar Banjareda. Nearly won back by We Say, it is. Sanchez, Carmichael calls for handball. They go on deaf ears and it's out for a throw. Atlanta United 2 entering into the area once more. Sumalo meets it. Armas, time to turn. Majub slicing, Majub at the end line and poked away for a corner. All 8 cylinders engaged in the first half of the first half. A corner coming. This portion of the match is brought to you by Chase. That is exactly what Inter Miami 2 are doing here. The goal from Moises Tablante to throw the thing into full force. An in-swinging corner from Javier Armas. Flicked on at the near post. Some in by Santi Morales, who's won a foul. The teenager from Tenerife, Santi Morales, maybe one of the unsung heroes. This Inter Miami 2 team, it was a player that was circled by Jose Silva as the one who makes the attack really go, even though all the headlines have been written by the likes of Mateo Saha and Daniel Pinter. Teamed up between the two of them for 14 goals this year. Yuval Cohen had that sparkling start, has been maybe more so relegated to a deputy role, but plenty of fireworks in the strike department. Here is Morales, a taming first touch, but he was offside. And he will be given a yellow card for delaying the restart by just chipping the ball away. That was some touch, even though it will be nothing more than semantic. Not easy to track the ball over the shoulder like a streaking wide receiver and just stick a leg out and take all the flight out of the ball. Inter Miami 2 have been playing a little bit more direct in terms of the long ball this year. Average pass travel, just in regard to distance, has been toward the bottom of the league. Just under 4.5 vertical yards per attempt. It's the second least of any team. But they have been willing to mix in that Route 1 approach. Let's see if they may be doing this move. Rustano. Rolled into the middle. A lot of numbers in the center of the park as Inter Miami 2 expand the attack. Wide man is Cesar Bajareda, who will throw himself into a cutback cross. It nearly caught the defender off balance, but well met. Majub and Wisse from coast to coast. The wide man Wisse now on the near flank. Armas. Tablante turned over. The foul was immediately given. Even though it looked like advantage might unfold, the first pass was backwards. Referee immediately making up his mind. Hushmans. Tablante clearly fouled there by Rustano. And that will be a yellow card for Alejo Rustano. He will have to be thinking about that, as much of the attack has come down the left-hand side today for Atlanta United 2. Majub. Tablante. Atlanta United 2 often at their best when Moises Tablante is involving himself. As he drifts one towards the end line. We are giving it a right chase and goes thundering out for a goal kick. Just on that earlier point regarding the yellow card to Alejo Rustano, red cards have been a pattern for teams playing against Atlanta United 2. We've seen 3 opponents to this side, that is the visitor today, have a man sent off in the last 4 games. It even goes deeper than that. There have been 4 in the last 6. It could happen again today at the pace of physicality. Here's Pinter on approach. Daniel Pinter saved away. Ransom does well. It was not a finalizing parry, though. Inter Miami 2 with their tails up into the box, late arriving. Flores playing off. Santi Morales, and this one is much calmer from the goalkeeper. That's good stuff from Jonathan Ransom. As Daniel Pinter put a real shock into the ball, cut onto that left foot. Ransom a little bit fortunate. He had a defender there to clear it up and was not going to take any chance on the second effort. Oftentimes, the difference between the good and the great goalkeepers is the same difference between those who are shot blockers and shot stoppers. Ransom shows the ability to do both in that moment. And his side feel wind in their sails. Armas. There are numbers for the moment for Atlanta United 2. We say Armas. Cutting wide for Majub, who has room to cross. Maybe thought a little bit too hard about that. Caden Moore. Off the chest of Tablante, who gets in behind. Already on one goal, Moises Tablante. Nearly shakes his man, but his final touch is a touch too heavy. Santi Morales wildly winging away. And it's going to be a yellow card to Ronan Wen. Ronan Wen really knotted up there, and although the contact was not too egregious, you imagine that the referee was having a think about the attack that could have been without the interference. That is the third booking of the game. Alejo Rostano and Santi Morales, the first two, both on the Inter Miami 2 side. That's the first one for Atlanta United 2. This portion of the match is presented by the Fract Group. And this portion will be the final third of the first half. 15 minutes left to it. Moises Tablante is the point of difference. Inter Miami 2 have looked up for it. Hard to imagine the way that they have tested the target that they don't at least find one. A good game unfolding here in Fort Lauderdale. Santi Morales. Strong wide into Shaw. Shaw pumping one behind, and the goalkeeper was there the whole way. Mazzaferro was not going to let it get that far. There is that willingness to be direct from Inter Miami 2 that makes them so dangerous. They will knock the ball about short, kind of rock you to sleep, and then hit one in behind for a smash and grab. We say goes tumbling, and another foul. Lurched into Toto Majub. Sal Mazzaferro. Ronan Wen. Space out by the touchline for Gabriel Wise. Man-to-man marking from Inter Miami 2 through the midfield, and it comes good. Well won by Farina. Who has a chance to get forward, the big man. Sprinting to quell any threat is Sal Mazzaferro, who's playing himself quite a game so far. Caden Moore needs to make his mind up, and is assisted in that fact by the pressure of Ricardo Montenegro. Throw-in given, Rostano back in. Alexander Shaw. All-time Inter Miami 2 have led this series. 3 victories, 2 draws, and 2 losses. As mentioned previous, Atlanta winning the first meeting of the 2025 season. A wild 3-2 that took part in 2 acts. Miami 2 struck early in that game and saw their lead evaporate. Shaw. Can the home side return the favor here in this installment? Shaw in the middle. Flores didn't get far with his effort and has committed a foul. That is the 14th foul combined between the two teams in the first half. If there is any good indication for Inter Miami 2 after a struggling start, falling behind by the goal, they've never lost outright at home to Atlanta United 2. And if any previous proceeding is an indication, we should have offense. There have been 5 or more combined goals in 5 of the 7 prior meetings between these two teams. It has had that kind of feeling, at least to date. That's a foul. A cool customer with the ball at feet. Now Armas and Wen. That extra body at the back in the back three, so useful. Especially in this particular moment, trying to escape from your own end. Do so patiently, we say holding up. Freina puts him off, but not too much as the ball is kept by Atlanta United 2. We are unable to find a way forward. Ale Flores. Swung ahead into Rostano. Another foul. And Majub is going to get a final warning. Next one likely to be a booking. Seeing Inter Miami 2 put a lot of players across the back line, trying to get that defensive unit spread out, occupied. At times you can almost think of it as a front 5 or 6. For now they defend. Throw in for Atlanta United 2. Well read by Rostano. Helped out a play. It looked like Moises Tablante, but it may have taken a skim off Rostano on the way. Majub weaving and whittling and can't fight off 2. Weah picks it up and a punching pass in behind will fall to Matthias Marin. Cesar Panchureda. Shifting wide for Rostano. Alejo Rostano loses a physical battle with Majub, but kept by Freina. Rostano infield now. Cesar Panchureda. Atlanta United 2 cascading back into their own ends. Santi Morales accelerating. Angled into Daniel Pinter. Off the back heel of Ryan Carmichael. Knotted along, Carmichael back on it. And pinched away by Ricardo Montenegro. Tablante. Right in the face of Sumala, who does well. Rostano has a free man at the backside of the back line, but never picks him out. Looked like it was Ale Flores who was screaming for the ball. A more plotting approach elected by Inter Miami 2. Rustano. You hear Jose Silva screaming and calling his side to get up and engage the ball higher. He knows that if Inter Miami 2 are just allowed to paint passes around, eventually they will overwhelm Atlanta United 2. Flores. Still Flores. And the space got too tight. Nine of the 10 outfield players in the attacking half for Inter Miami 2 as we come to the close of the first frame. Slipping his marker and slashing a ball into the box, headed across. Goalkeeper had to answer, and he does. Jonathan Ransom intervenes in a squaring cutback. As you saw Shaw just sleekly sneaking in the back door, went in undetected, and had Rustano's header been hit a little bit harder, much more problem for Atlanta United 2. Another foul is given. Alejo Rustano. Pinter failed to get the ball off his feet quickly. Mateo Saha was making the run. Sesak. Just nowhere to go. Down by Matthias Marine, who reignites the attack for Inter Miami 2. Amas. Atlanta United 2 struggling to escape from their own half in recent moments. After a red-hot start to Blante. Handball's given. That is a displeasurable decision for the Atlanta United 2 side. You see Patrick Weah, among others, voicing that discontent. Weah's assists to Blante's goal is what has it 1-0. Pinter looking to level. And it is really a calmer catch than could be expected from the goalkeeper, Jonathan Ransom. Just absorbed a shot that was hit well. He is putting on a performance. That is perfect technical goalkeeping. You saw him drop the knee to wall off any loose change that may have gotten through his grip. Sal Mazzaferro. Shifting along is Amos, who takes the space afforded. Picks out to Blante. To Blante, turning into the attack. Wide of him is Maju. The cross comes, scraped across the bow. Cesar Pachareda with a full head of steam has it just taken off his toes. Here we say, gets a little bit of a poke in, and it's a throw-in for Inter Miami 2. That touch doesn't come, and Cesar Pachareda might still be running. Andrew Musashi is the fourth official. He will be working the board up to show how much stoppage time there will be. Can't imagine it will be much. It has been a fast-flying first half. To that point, Shaw. And stretching to intervene is Sal Mazzaferro. Moises Tablante will take the acclaim, but maybe the most impressive players on the field so far for Atlanta United 2 have been their center back and goalkeeper Sal Mazzaferro and Jonathan Ransom. Abanjareda. Giovanni Farina. Rainbowing in behind and sniffed out. Carmichael. Not clear. Pinter onto it. It's Pinter! A workman's goal. Inter Miami 2 make good and make their way back to even grounds. Daniel Pinter from the maelstrom, the man on the scene. You see him extend the arm a little bit on Sal Mazzaferro, which will be what Mazzaferro is arguing to the referee, but Pinter leaves it in the memory. Composed in the face of the moment as he scores, he so often has. 5 in 6 for Pinter. And 1-1 in the game. Inter Miami 2 had virtually gone 3 halves of play without a goal. It wasn't going to continue that much further. This is too talented a team. Atlanta United 2 have been absorbing body blow after body blow. All half having earned the advantage. Can they come out of their corner swinging before the end of the first frame? We say he's had little impacts that far side today. Ale Flores. Alexander Shaw. Rapidly into the attacking half now, Restano. The board will go up here. It's a single minute of stoppage time. Saha, a little bit loose on the first touch. Mazzaferro there to clean up. We say hurls himself in. A back spinning skip. Does come back into the custody of Weesay. And it's Sanchez. And now Javier Armas. Options on the near side. Tablante turning. Tablante lifting. Weesay unmarked. Weesay off the post. We are just late to it. Atlanta United 2, another go. Sanchez skipping wide. Gabriel Weesay, nearly a stroke of fortune off the foot of Cesar Abanjareda. It pegs the posts, and Sanchez scuffs the second effort. Atlanta United 2 refusing to be a passenger. Maybe the final play of the first half. Cause for excitement. That has been the theme of the contest to this point. 1-1 as we make our way towards the intermission. Maybe one last go of it. We are. And so it comes to a close. That was quite fun. And at the break, our score is 1-1. MLS All-Star Week started with goalie wars. We rounded out match week 20 with the Next Pro Invitational. Let's look back with this report.
The new Goalie Wars champion.
coming to you from beautiful sunny Austin, Texas, where MLS Next Pro has seen its biggest impact yet on the MLS All-Star stage. This is the latest edition of The Report. I'm Michelle Montaigne alongside April Marie Aguilar. And April Marie, the biggest stars in all of North America have descended here in Austin, Texas for the 2025 MLS All-Star game, where the 2025 MLS All-Stars face off against the best players from Liga MX.
That's right, Michelle. And for Major League Soccer's 30th season, its developmental league has had more of an influence than ever, with the record 4 MLS Next Pro alumni named to the All-Star roster. The 2025 MLS All-Star game lit up Q2 Stadium in Austin as the MLS All-Stars took down Liga MX with a 3-1 win in front of over 20,000 fans. MLS Next Pro alumni Alex Freeman, Diego Luna, and Max Arston all made their MLS All-Star debuts in the second half. We caught up with Alex Freeman to get his thoughts on his All-Star debut.
Oh, I feel like, we had a very nice crowd, very nice facility. I feel like it's something that, I got to be grateful for. Being able to step on the pitch in the All-Star game, represent Orlando, something I dreamed of. Obviously I didn't expect it to happen so quick, but I'm very excited, very grateful, like I said. But yeah, good to be able to step in front with a lot of experienced players, so very happy.
It's been quite a year for these MLS Next Pro alumni. Diego Luna and Max Arston have already matched their career highs for goals at the midway point of the season. And Alex Freeman has had a breakout year with 4 goals for Orlando City SC. Patrick Ajamong was named to the All-Stars team, but a week before the game, he was transferred to Derby County of the English Championship. He leaves as the second highest goal scorer in Charlotte FC history. It started as an unconventional competition at the 2001 MLS All-Star Game. And since then, it's become a fan favorite and a staple of All-Star.
This is the 3rd straight year that MLS Next Pro goalkeepers have competed in Goalie Wars at the MLS All-Star Skills Challenge presented by AT&T. This year, 4 new goalkeepers are competing and vying for this custom-made championship belt. The night began with the semifinal showdown between Houston Dynamo 2's Pedro Cruz and Toronto FC 2's Adisa de Rosario. Cruz wasted no time setting the tone, and it was a Dynamo dose domination from the get-go. Pedro Cruz would go on to win by 5-1 to move on to the final. On the other side of the bracket, Orlando City B's Carlos Mercado took on Chattanooga FC's Eldin Jakupovic. It was the Orlando keeper who broke the deadlock and sealed his victory in dramatic fashion, scoring the bonus 2-point ball at the buzzer to clinch his spot in the final. So, after a well-earned break, it was Cruz and Mercado vying for the champion belt. Their match ended up being a nail-biter, but it was the Brazilian goalkeeper that came out on top, winning a close final by 4-3.
Yo estoy muy contento con la conquista de hoy, una conquista que yo quería mucho, una conquista muy importante para mí y para mi carrera. Para yo llegar aquí, yo pasé por muchas cosas, yo no pasé por dificultades, pero pasé por grandes aprobaciones de Dios, entonces tienes que seguir firme, tienes que trabajar, porque si tú trabajas, tú vas a llegar. Entonces, es con tiempo.
So, the belt is staying in the Lone Star State. Congratulations to Pedro Cruz on becoming the 3rd Goalie Wars champion since its return, joining Isaac Walker in 2023 and Chituru Odunze just last year.
Kenzie puts it in, and the touch on the far side in the opening goal. Eisenberg comes out wide now. He floats this one and deflected. Second chance, and it's off the keeper.
Yeah, they've definitely settled a little bit. There's another great ball through.
And the opportunity, and it's popped over and in. 1v1 opportunity here for the East. In on goal, and we've got an equalizer. Sullivan steps up, and he slots it home. Gavin Sullivan puts it in the back of the net. The MLS Next MVP and Golden Boot winner. He puts it in the back of the net and seals the victory for the Eastern Conference.
At this time last year, Kevin Sullivan was the MVP of the MLS Next All-Star game. Since then, he's gone on to history in Major League Soccer. On July 5th, he became the second youngest player ever to start a game.
Yeah, and he really is just a perfect example of how the MLS Next All-Star game showcases both potential and performance. In fact, of the 44 players selected to this year's All-Star rosters, over half of them either signed a homegrown deal or appeared in MLS Next Pro at some point. The fourth annual MLS Next All-Star Game was a thriller, won by the East All-Stars 4-3. After going into halftime tied at 1, both teams traded goals in the second half, with Prince 4-4 of Columbus Crew 2 putting home a rebound to give the East a 3-2 lead in the 76th minute. Later in the 83rd, Tyler Brown of Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2 beat the onrushing goalkeeper to a through ball and walked it in to equalize. The deciding goal came just 2 minutes later on a penalty kick by Philadelphia Union 2's Jameer Johnson. And the king of the All-Star game was Prince 4-4, who took home the MVP honors.
I mean, I'm really happy right now. I'll say a big shout out to the East team. I think we played really well together. We followed and trusted and did the work, was able to come out with the victory.
And then what does that say just about your teammates and the trust that they have in you to go out there and perform the way that you do?
I mean, it's quite amazing, because these guys we met a couple of days ago, and, it seemed like we really bonded really well and was able to have that great chemistry, so it was great.
And what can we expect from you here and on forward?
I'll say I'll just keep pushing myself, try to break into Crew 2, get more minutes, and just keep pushing myself to the next level.
About 65% of former MLS Next All-Stars have signed professional contracts. Here are some of the more than 30 former All-Stars who have gone on to compete in MLS Next Pro and then Major League Soccer just this season, completing the player pathway. Before we move on to the second half of the season, here's the top goals of the first half.
So now Kidd to McKenna. Wow! What a banger! Gabriel McKenna with a masterful shot. Out of nothing. Gabriel McKenna picks his head up. Canetti. Nziengo. Glory Nziengo. Wow! Oh! Glory Nziengo with the goal, and that breaks the deadlock. Pulled behind it. Sarver sends it in. Ball is there. Oh my! An absolute golazo! 1 goal lead. Spectacular.
Colin Welsh getting the start in goal today for St. Louis City 2, his 5th start of 2025 for the rookie out of Western Michigan.
Hernandez has a hit from distance. Are you serious?
Saw the keeper off his line. Welsh hovering around the top of the 18.
Joyner shoots. Whoa! Makai Joyner is out of his mind. Off this first ball, Joyner takes 1 touch, and with Burns off his line, that's just enough space for a spectacular shot.
This weekend marks the 4th annual MLS Next Pro Invitational and the second matchup between champion and campeón. Last year, 2023 MLS Next Pro champions Austin FC 2 defeated Liga Expansión MX champions Cancun FC, becoming the first Next Pro team to beat a team from Mexico. Defending MLS Next Pro champions North Texas SC will look to follow in Austin FC 2's footsteps when they take on Club Deportivo Tapatío from Liga Expansión MX. You can catch it all Saturday, July 26th at 8:30 Eastern 7:30 Central on MLSNextPro.com. Here's what else we're looking forward to. Sunday, October 5th is Decision Day, a full slate of games to determine playoff positioning on the last day of the regular season. That's followed by the third annual Pick Your Opponent, which will determine the playoff matchups for the first 2 rounds. The playoffs themselves, well, those start the weekend of October 17th, culminating with the MLS NEXT Pro Cup on the weekend of November 7th.
Well, there is still a lot more soccer to be played between now and then, and there was certainly a lot of fun had all throughout the MLS All-Star Week festivities, especially at Goalie Wars.
That's right, Michelle. Let me tell you, it was my first All-Star Week, and it was a memorable one.
I remember my first time, and I'm glad it was so much fun. I'm glad you got to experience it here in my home state of Texas. She felt that Lone Star State hospitality. That will do it, though, for us for this episode of The Report.
That's right. Be sure to tune in to the next episode for the latest around MLS NEXT Pro. We'll catch you guys next time. Adios. They say everything is bigger in Texas, and that in fact is true, my friends, as North Texas SC walks away with the MLS NEXT Pro Invitational Trophy. I'm April Marie Aguilar. North Texas SC started off hot with Pedrinho scoring a brace in the first 25 minutes of the match. Tapatio responded with a golazo, taking us into the half 2-1. But the match didn't end there. Why? Because in the second half, Tariq Scott iced the game with the third goal for North Texas, securing the Invitational Trophy. We had the opportunity to catch up with the MVP, Pedrinho, after the game.
I work for this. I come to play for this. I was playing for first team and some things happened. But I asked if I can play this game because I love play final. And that's it, my work done.
It's a privilege to play against Chivas' second team, Tapatio. It's great for our players, our young players, to continue to grow and show that, you know, America's not afraid of anybody anymore. We can fight, we can compete, we can play, and it's really important for us to play these games. So thanks so much to MLS NEXT Pro for putting this game on, and obviously congratulations to Tapatio for winning their championship in Mexico. But I think we showed tonight we were the better team.
It's not just about who wears the armband, it's about 11 guys on the field, coming off the bench, whoever it may be. So I'm a leader, but so is everyone else, you know? I'm just fortunate enough to wear the armband.
All right, well, that does it for this year's MLS NEXT Pro Invitational. I'm April Marie Aguilar. We'll catch you guys next time. Adios.
Great stuff there from April and Michelle. As for our game, Patrick Weah got things started at breakneck pace. Atlanta United 2 and Inter Miami 2. It would be the visitors who struck out first. Moises Tablante takes his side ahead, but from that point on, much of the traffic came the way of the boys in pink. A near miss there from Daniel Pinter, but a sign of things maybe to come down the line. Pinter trying it again on that instant, saved by Jonathan Ransom. And again, it's Pinter with a good look. Couldn't draw blood there, but he would here as the ball fell to him a little bit disorganized and disoriented at the back, and Pinter one-on-one with the goalkeeper was never going to miss a target that looked a mile wide. Gabriel Wisse just missed out just ahead of the break, and that brings us to the stats from the first half. And with 9 shots and 4 on target, no wonder Inter Miami 2 was able to find a way to get back level. Only the 1 on target from Atlanta United 2. They have yet to make Matthias Green work too hard in this game, as it is even at 1 apiece. And we move out into the second half of play. Just keep an eye on some of the overall scrappiness statistics with the fouls as they are. A couple yellow cards in the first half to Santi Morales and Rustano of Inter Miami 2 and Ronan Wendt of Atlanta United 2. Just keep a sharp eye on the referee, as he could have influence in the second 45. Rodrigo Neri has been injected into the game, and it looks like an attacker is on for a defender, as Caden Moore is the one exited. So in all likelihood, that's a sign of a move to a back 4 and a change of shape for Jose Silva in Atlanta United 2. Jose Silva trying to get that first victory as Atlanta United 2 manager in his stint as the interim. He will roll the dice change some of the math in the attack against Inter Miami 2. We are underway in Fort Lauderdale. And here's the hoping that more of what we saw in the first half will come in the second. Has been at a breakneck pace today. Peyton Kelleher with you to take you through whatever drama is to come in this desperate half of play as both sides try and get back in the good position in the table, both below the playoff line inside the final 10 games. MLS Next Pro, match week 21 coming to a close. Atlanta United 2 in search of their first result on the road. In the season, they're also the road team tied for the league high in terms of overall draws, 8 of them to be precise. They've only been able to win the shootout on 2 occasions, which is the lowest share of any team in MLS Next Pro. They would love to find a way to edge back out in front. Sanchez sifting wide, Carmichael. Wise and Carmichael punching centrally. Armas, Weah, the wide man is Tablante and saved by Matthias Marine. It's Pinter. It is Majub, and this is Matthias Marine erasing the chance for Tablante to score his 4th against Inter Miami 2 on the season. Not sure if it was a goalkeeper or Farina who got the touch, but Matthias Marine, no matter what happened, was in the right position to cut that off. A goalkeeper playing at a very high level in recent weeks. Atlanta United 2 finding the tempo very similar to how they started the first half. Hot and firing straight away, and a foul is immediately ushered in as Cooper Sanchez hit the deck. Cesar Ponchereta, just a word of caution. Tablante turns and takes his man on. Rustano now. Weah really running hard to put some pressure on Matthias Marine. Now Farina. It gets off his shin. Carmichael. Wise in the box for Armas. Not enough left. Whatever Jose Silva said to his bunch at halftime, it is certainly working. Bounding into the center of the park, Teo Saha. Another miscued moment from him. Cesar Ponchereta just missing his chance to intercept, and it's out for an Atlanta United 2 throw. Weah flicks it on to Wise, who finds himself in much more central pockets to start this half. Foul is called. And it's on Inter Miami 2. Giovanni Farina is certainly dismayed by that fact. This is a dangerous free kick. Javier Armas with plenty of quality. Realistically, anytime you see a player with a tucked in shirt setting up to take a free kick, it can put a scare into you. A straight-laced midfielder with wicked quality, with the ball at his feet, and he has to retreat a couple feet at that. Big Patrick Weah is jostling for the inside track with Giovanni Farina. All right, Javier, what do you have for us? We'll have to wait his turn. Referee instructing all players to mind their P's and Q's. with certain swoop from Javier Armas. Does not wriggle by Cesar Bachareda. Santi Morales really battling and blowing by one, and not by Armas, who's booked. It was Rodrigo Neri who went shoulder to shoulder with Santi Morales and lost out in a real joust. Armas leaving the leg out. Morales wins that whistle. Sumala. Cesar Bachareda. A dainty first touch, and now links in Mateo Saha. With backspin, the ball never gets to its intended mark, and it's won by Tablante. We say. So it certainly looks like Gabriel Wise is playing more of a number 10 role now, in behind that front two of Wea and Neri. Good moment there between Lobo Ledesma and Ryan Carmichael in the technical area, the former Inter Miami 2 player. Moved along by Wen. It does look like Majub is maybe dropped into a left-sided center back role, which will push Tablante back to wing back. He's played every wide position this year, Moises Tablante, left and right. Wing back, full back, and winger. Pinter in a soft spot, riding the tackle of Majub, and not effectively. It was his goal that got Inter Miami 2 back on even terms late in the first half. The man who scored the other is the one who starts this move. Wise is fouled there. Tablante was the one who provided the pass to him. He wants to go fast. It nearly could prove costly. It might still. Cesar Bachareda. Freuna and Matthias Marine. Carmichael's up for it. Floated in behind the flag, immediately pops up. Race Williams and Christopher Slane are the linesmen today. And just a reminder, Habib Houshmand is the center official. Andrew Musashi is the fourth. That's quite the turn from Ronan Wen, but it skids away from Rodrigo Neri. Neri brought into the game with 5 goals this year, but 4 of them have come in a pair of braces. He's not scored in some weeks. And at the moment, he retreats defensively. Santi Morales, something brewing for Inter Miami 2. Morales getting by his marker. Ultimately, Cooper Sanchez. Enough grit and guile to win the ball for his side. Now we've seen this before. A turn and a take on. He's undercut by Farina, who will see the yellow card. That is quite mature in terms of the hold-up play from Patrick Weah. That snapping turtle instinct to take the ball and move it along so quickly at a sharp angle. Use his body to wall the defensive player from having any access to it. It's what created the first goal, and it puts enough pressure on Giovanni Farina to draw the yellow there. And maybe not to be left as a footnote, a free kick as well. This portion of the match is presented by Baptist Health. And this free kick will be presented into the box by Moises Tablante. Maybe not. Taken short. Sanchez and Armas. Armas goes it alone. Goal kick. Atlanta United 2 have been one of the most proficient crossing teams in MLS Next Pro this year, just under 5 completed per game. The 6th best mark in the division. We've not seen much of that from them today. Maybe we'll see it from their counterpart. Inter Miami 2 exploring the wide spaces. Alexander Shaw uprooted and a foul is given. Majub will see yellow. So that's 3 on each team. The players on the field right now. Win, Armas, and Majub for Atlanta United 2. Santi Morales, as well as Alejo Rostano and Giovanni Farina. Inter Miami 2. Inter Miami 2 trailed early. Can they go on top early in the second half? Real chance here. Chalk on the boots of Ale Flores at the touchline. Ball in, skipped along. The overhead kick is blocked, and an equal measure clearance. And play is stopped. A lot of things happened here. The back heel came off of Javier Armas, was blocked off the head of Nguyen. Acrobatically cleared. And it does look like Ronan Nguyen just a bit dazed after catching that one up high. Only one change between the two teams so far on the substitution front. Rodrigo Neri brought in at halftime. That substitution will not count against the 3 moments of substitution, as it occurred in a natural break of play. Ronan Nguyen will come off for the time being. Play will recommence with a drop ball. Jonathan Ransom ready to resume. See how quickly Ronan Nguyen can get back in, and the answer is straight away. Back on the field, away by Ransom. One well by Montenegro, not kept by Rostano. We are the flick on, we say, and it's Neri now. Rodrigo Neri, still Rodrigo Neri, it's blocked. Brilliantly, in fact. Ricardo Montenegro step for step. And this is Cesar Banjareda. Defense maybe into offense for Inter Miami 2. It's a clean tackle, Armas. Weah and Armas again. He's been the central points. Patrick Weah to Blante, can't keep it. Armas tilting and turning, advantage is played. Maybe took a deflection on the way through. Cesar Banjareda takes it at feet. Santi Morales watched it get away from him to Blante, snatching it back, and Santi Morales is down. You see the amount of hung heads, players sucking in winds, whiplashing stuff Rodrigo Neri, if Gabriel Wisse had maybe held on to the ball one more moment, he could have potentially seen Patrick Weah at that narrow angle. Nonetheless, proving maybe an inspired decision by Jose Silva to relocate Gabriel Wisse into that creative number 10 type of role. Another foul. This time it's Rostano, who has to be careful with how much he disagrees, at least outwardly, with the referee, already on a yellow card. Both these groups have been more than up for it coming out of the break. Feels like the game is balancing on a razor edge. Could go either way right now. Bursting into the area, takes a solid thud off the Inter Miami 2 defender. That was Ale Flores. And foul is given against, it appears, Sal Mazzaferro. Flores. Brushed along to Sumala, who finds the feet of Mateo Saha. Inter Miami 2 in behind, but the flag is raised. It looks like Inter Miami 2 are prepping a couple substitutions. Saw a pair of players rushing from that raft of those warming. See if those changes are made right here, as a free kick is apparently being prepped. Sumala plowing wide. Santi Morales catches the defender leaning. Still Morales. Centrally Saha. Wide for Pinter. Tablante there in a flash and wins a foul. See the referee reaching to the pocket. It will be another yellow card. Quite strict. The list of names in the book is growing longer by the passing moment. See what precisely was in that. Tablante covered ground so quickly, won it. You saw Pinter almost just kind of lash out at him. Clipped his heel. Didn't look too nasty, but maybe the persuasion of persistent infringement, as Pinter has been caught up in a couple throughout the course of the game. Rostano is chopped down. Another yellow. Cooper Sanchez this time. Tit for tat. 8 combined yellow cards at this point. Sanchez the most recent. This time he certainly leaves one on Rostano. Not much question there. Those Inter Miami 2 changes do appear to be ready to come on. It is Ido Zeltzer Zubida set to enter into the game. As Inter Miami 2 makes some headway. High kick from Santi Morales, who's already on the yellow card. Not going to get another here. And the other substitution was Lovins Delanois. And he will replace Mateo Saha in the middle of that attack. Santi Morales, the other one who makes way on a yellow card, and just a moment prior, nearly finding himself in an instance where he could have, having caught the defender, gotten another. That's probably wise from Lobo Ledesma to get him off the field. About half the players right now are sitting on a booking. Santi Morales will take one of those out of contention for that ghastly red. But it is just something to understand. It is a reduction of risk, even though Morales has had a massive impact on the game. Mazzaferro and Tablante gets the better of Rostano. That's brilliant from him. Tablante along to Neri. The flag has stayed down for now. Calvary coming. Neri infield. And coming in clutch with the cover. Sumala. This portion of the match is presented by Florida Blue. It's a corner kick. Atlanta United 2 have been the one on the heels in most of the recent action. A chance to strike back with serious bite here. Javier Armas. Short to Wise. Tablante and Armas again at a better angle. Hit on! And it's just a wild fling from Maju. The ball just kept carrying. Maju was unmarked. And lost in the lights of opportunity of real grandeur. Just didn't have that technique down as tightly as he needed. Cesar Pajareda, always so confident and willing to take it out of the back, but this time he's given it away. Mazzaferro moving it along for Reina. At the touchline, has kept it in field. Atlanta United 2 with one less center back. Mazzaferro screaming in retreat. Delanois running and racing onto it, and unable to take it around. Cooper Sanchez. Real lung buster from Delanois straight away. It does look like he's started on the left-hand side. Seltzer Zubida will wear the number 9 role. Mazzaferro just daring someone to take it off him, and nobody does. Neri, a stop and start, and he is fouled. Rostano's on a yellow. And he is being firmly instructed to leave the ball behind him and play allowed to continue. Rostano is still barking at the referee. Cooper Sanchez. Pulled back by Armas. There's opportunity here. Armas losing his balance. And picking it up is Ryan Carmichael. Into the box, Neri. He had stayed onside. It is a cartwheeling effort. And it is catapulted toe. Oh, he timed that run up so well. Everything but the finish. Matthias Marine, a little bit less than happy at how little alarm Inter Miami 2's back line had in response to that. Weah's in the sprinter stance at the edge of the box. And to that point, Matthias Marine headily will bring the ball in off a short pass and then go long. Lost by Shaw. A twisting top is Javier Armas, and Shaw, if he wasn't going to get the yellow for the foul, he certainly was for kicking the ball away. So a yellow card to Alexander Shaw. The card was already out of the pocket before he kicked it away. We did see it in the Premier League earlier this year. Technically, that could have been a second yellow if the referee was so inclined. The yellow card was for the foul, not for delaying the restart, but it matters not now. And really, you never want to see a player sent off for something like that. It's been a feisty one. It is a feisty one. It continues. Approaching the final act. Moving time here in Miami. Giovanni Farina is another one of those who's already on the booking. In MLS Next Pro, there is a mandate that only the captain can be the one directly addressing the referee. Patrick Weah is on site, as are the two captains, Farina and Mazzaferro, and whatever needed to be broken up has been now. Farina and Patrick Weah still going at it. Invite to Blante, it's short to Sanchez, who now hurls one in. Did not clear that first obstacle. Flores taking it down, rattling along with a man ahead of him. The ball played there. Still on the move is Pinter. And at the last seam, Sanchez refused to split and Pinter is down. Atlanta United 2 have every prerogative to keep on. Now the referee will take it upon himself to stop it. Looks like Pinter's just giving it a stretch. He was at full gait when Moises Tablante stuck a leg out and just got enough of a piece of him to make him stutter. When moving at full speed, any kind of disruption to the movement can cause certain unpleasantry. I think any of us who have ever actually run, which I imagine is most of us, can relate to what Pinter is going through right here. You saw Pinter just pulling up as he tried to stop his rhythm. The initial contact would have come earlier than that. And it does look like they're not taking any chances with the goal scorer. Daniel Pinter appears to be coming off, and Yuval Cohen, a suitable replacement. Cohen with 3 goals this year, but 5 in all competitions. Did score 2 in the U.S. Open Cup. He has not scored, though, in 10 consecutive. Would be a mighty moment for him to get back amongst the goals. And Pinter comes off to rousing applause. Cohen finished last year so well, scoring in the final 3 appearances he made in 2024, including in the playoff loss to Columbus Crew 2. Bit of a bump from Rodrigo Neri. Farina. Abadjureda can't shake Ryan Carmichael, at least not for now. Delanois. Farina backtracking and into Matthias Marine now. If it is level at the end of the 90 minutes, it will go to penalties. Putting that in jeopardy is Abadjureda. Ball into the box, Neri! It's a nudging finish. Matthias Marine kept his calm. As he was backpedaling, easily could have maybe fallen over as he had to snappily change direction. Neri did not catch this the way he wanted. Matthias Marine, 10 toes down at the pivotal moment. Looked like it landed on Neri's thigh there instead of the outswinging shin. Just popped it up in the air. Alejandro Flores. Zeltzer Zubida. One touch stuff, Delanois. Never got a chance to get a touch in. Shaw takes it back. And Maju will stop it ahead of the end line. Got to go somewhere. It rolls away from Rustano. Weah is put off, and foul is given against Sumala. The referee will not hesitate to brandish the card again. The referee has the yellow card. It looked like he had it in his hands. He certainly reached for the pocket, and Weah is in certain pain. And they are calling to the dugout. This is an ugly sight. The Liberian forward, who's been around for a couple of years, starting to really find some comfort in this Atlanta United 2 side. Had the assist earlier, was playing great today, and is struggling to get back to his feet. Here is exactly what happens. Some at full sprint, get there and just catch a shove in the back from Sumala, and then get hit again by Rustano. He stuck a leg up at Rustano, and what's happened here? A big uproar from the crowd. Referees trying to sort everything out. Sumala was the one who put in the initial challenge. She's the one having the discourse at this point. I guess the upheaval must have been just because Weah was able to rise back to his feet. Looked like the referee was going to brandish a yellow initially, but the card never comes. Down by Tablante, and it's thoroughly back into the heat of the contest again. Scoreless second half after 2 in the first frame. Weah is right and ready to get involved again. He's cut down by the keeper. Matthias Marine in real danger. It's just going to be a yellow card. The referee has made the decision that there was a covering defender that could have potentially had an impact on the outcome of the play, so it's not denial of a goal scoring opportunity. You be the judge. Matthias Marine is counting his blessings, every single last one. As the dust settles, Gabriel Wiese is being prepped to be extracted from the game. It will be a red card. The referee has talked to his linesman and made the decision, rightfully so, that Matthias Marine was the last man, and that is denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. That is good officiating. The referee was unsure, went for the yellow, left himself the room to upgrade it after consulting with the linesman, who had a better vantage. And that decision was arrived at eventually, that Matthias Marine, his fate was sealed, in fact, and he is sent off. There is no video-assisted referee, but that is textbook by this crew. It was a bit of a head-scratcher initially. It looked like a certain dog-so. And Matthias Marine has gone down to be stretched. He will have to exit. Marco Simon is the backup. And as the goalkeeper is prepared in the technical area, it is a decision for Lobo Ledesma on who he will take out of the game to substitute for him. Well, we told you Atlanta United 2 have had a lot of games this year where they have finished up a man. That will be the case again today. And of all the players to get sent off, it was not one of those who had already been booked. Figure that. So Marco Simon will be put into the game. It looks like he will replace Ale Flores. So too is Ian Urquidy, who's not had much experience this year. Only the couple of outings, did play against FC Cincinnati too. He is pumped into the game as Inter Miami 2 set in with a siege mentality, assuredly. Inter Miami 2 will make those changes. Atlanta United 2 had a couple ready, and it looked like the day was about to be done for Gabriel Wisse, but he will get to continue. As Atlanta United 2 now up a man, have a different game state to plan for. So a real thrill after a spill. Matthias Marine, D. Cleats, the oncoming Patrick Weah, he was the last man. So he is sent off. Inter Miami 2 level in the game, having come back from 1-0 down early. We'll have to take this one from out of the fire. And there is confirmation. This will be the debut at the next pro level for Marco Simeone. Long strides, pep in the step as he enters ahead of the free kick. This portion of the match is presented by Visa, and it's Atlanta United 2 looking to cash in. Do they test the goalkeeper straight away? A shot certainly not beyond the realm of possibility. Wisse has been left in the game potentially to do exactly that. And more barking. Well, one thing is for sure, Atlanta United 2 have had plenty of time to think of exactly how they want to play this. Now a real test for Simeone is how he sets his wall. Trying to get all the proper algebra and geometry. It also looks like Alexander Shaw is going to finally venture off the field. His number went up on the board. So we've not been playing for what's going on, what feels like 5 minutes at this point. That should all be factored in stoppage time. Never seen a referee have to put a second line down to make it so that Tablante can't join the wall. He's assuredly doing the job of trying to obscure the vision of the goalkeeper, Simeone. It's Javier Ormas, after much anxiety and anticipation, as well as Gabriel Wisse. Wisse! It is a strong and stiff block. Back into the box. Headed on. The goalkeeper's cut out. He's interfered with. Less than confident for Marco Simeone, but it lifts a big cheer as Inter Miami 2 dodged the punch. That was a mighty hit of the ball. And it took certain bravery to rise up immediately for Ian Urquidy. Have his first touch of the game, leave a bruise. And here is the change for Atlanta United 2. Santiago Pita put in play. Jose Silva rolls the dice late. See if his change might change the tie. Zeltzer Zubida. Yuval Cohen back in for Zeltzer Zubida. Delanois is free. One-on-one. Inter Miami 2. Down a man. They're up a goal now. A devious run from Delanois, who darts in behind and daggers his finish home. Zeltzer Zubida, the engine. He opened the whole thing up. And as he strokes the ball through with the outside of his boots, nothing left to the imagination. Lovely from Lovins Delanois. All credit to Zeltzer Zubida, who fashioned the chance. How about that? Inter Miami 2. In the single turn on the long hand of the clock, go from utter despair, having a man sent off, to the top of the heap and up a goal. A cinematic sequence to the side in pink as they will dig in deeply now. Could that be the source of a playoff push? That's the real question. Other things in mind for Atlanta United 2. Pita. Carmichael, the former Inter Miami 2 player, lurching wide. Majub and Mazzaferro. Dispossessed by Yuval Cohen. It looked clean initially. Now, Atlanta United 2 will see the clock turning down to its expiration at the 90th minute. There is some solace. The stop and start nature of this half, especially after the sending off, will mean there should be a lot of stoppage time. Carmichael trying to do it in the regular portion. To Blante. Does not get there in enough time to make an impact. How about Yuval Cohen? Really battling, but Atlanta United 2 do have it now. It is a backup goalkeeper in the game for Inter Miami 2 after the sending off of Matthias Marine. Yet to have to actually scramble into action. Just about kept on. And it did cross the touchline. It will be a throw-in, not a goal kick, and that's an important fact. Atlanta United 2 will commit every resource with the extra man in play to pressing this and winning it high. They can truly go man for man here. And they do win it. Weah scraps it back ahead of Farina. Carmichael opening up. And heroic defending from Abadjareda. Oh, that's some turn. Pita. Regains. Carmichael, his ball. Freeman at the back post. Down by Armas. And blocked away. Crazy defending. A wild finish unfolding. It's a corner. As Carmichael swooped it to the back stick. It was a smart play to chest it down by Armas, but it opened the door enough so a defender could step in and have a word. The corner comes. Front stick. Bouncing through. It's off the bar. It was taken before the referee was ready anyway. Or maybe there was a foul. Alejo Rostano was sent spinning to the pitch. You wondered how it looked like actually Majub got so free there. Some answers in the replay. Everybody scrambled to the front posts. Rostano was actually fouled on the second ball. So it was just a mismarking down a man. And that is really an extra life for Inter Miami 2. That should have been 2-2. Always difficult to time a header that's taking a skip like that, but Majub will think to himself he should have done better. The goal was at his mercy, the game as well. Abadjareda. He's rampaging. It's Cohen now. Cutting himself free of one, but not of Carmichael. Retraces steps and does the defending. Pita. Jabbed away. Yuval Cohen. Left behind him, it's clean. Intercepted again. Zeltzer Zubida. Board is being charged. 10 minutes of stoppage time. Heavy-handed, it will get to the 100th minute. It does feel about right, though. A pulse-peaking 90 minutes have come and gone. Easy enough to imagine something else taking place in the director's cut. 10 more minutes, one more round. Javier Armas between lines, in the gap in the middle, Neri stumbling away. Atlanta United 2 going for broke. Majub, Mazzaferro joining up in the attack. Ball in from Tablante. Ball out by Inter Miami 2. Zeltzer Zubida, classy skill on the first touch, but not enough room. Ignacio Suarez Corey, one more arrow to pull from the quiver. Jose Silva changes it one more time. Ryan Carmichael, if he is to come away from this smiling against his former club, it will not be by his hand. His day is done. Moises Tablante. Toto Majub and it's Sal Mazzaferro now. Cooper Sanchez conducting from his own ends. Mazzaferro using every bit of that number advantage. Atlanta United 2. You see the freeness the center backs are being given to get forward. Mazzaferro, he's a midfielder now. That until the end of the line. Sanchez. And it's whacked away. Yuval Cohen. A smart run from Zeltzer Zubida, not so much on the touch, but he does just about work it out. And Delanois couldn't get out of the blocks. It was Lovins Delanois who immediately after the red card bestowed the lead to Inter Miami 2. Atlanta United 2 had the lead early, they've lost it. Can they keep their heads? Weah has. He's in the box and will have time to backheel. A bit shocking how few numbers were in the area there for Atlanta United 2. Cohen certainly not minding that fact. Extracting as much time as he can, and he wins the foul. One final change for Atlanta United 2. And it's Aiden Torres. He replaces Sanchez. Bit of a bigger body. Gotta imagine we're gonna see a lot of balls entered aerially into the area as we head down towards the finish line. As far as they can get it, Inter Miami 2. And right on course for Zeltzer Zubida, who's in the corner. Goes it himself, it's prodded away. Pita down the line. Abanjareda. Rushed along to Yuval Cohen, who goes for goal. It gained ground quickly, but it's well too tall and sent along immediately by Ransom. A clashing tackle wins it clean. Cohen, plenty of space, plenty of ideas. Cohen wide, Zeltzer Zubida! A touch too much. Let Aiden Torres in, and it's out for a corner. But that will work well as a consolation prize. Atlanta United 2 look gassed. There have been no hydration breaks in this game. It's August in South Florida. It's taking a toll. Pita in the corner has won it. Tablante takes it out from the back. They just can't escape their own half, Atlanta United 2. who has the extra man. It certainly does not feel like Atlanta. Half of the extra time has trickled away. Stirring through stoppage, Dylan Wan wants more, and the flag may have popped up. Atlanta United, too, got to get up to speed. They got to do it fast. Aiden Torres. Very narrow defensive shape from Inter Miami, too, as you might expect. Pita. Abadjareta has it now. Seltzer Zubida. Rough spot. Weah's taking it. Weah on the back heel. Flashing in a moment of chaos. Inter Miami 2. They have it back. Gets away from Urquidy, but he regains. He composes a pass wide. Dylan Wan, Restano. The match is being played at full bore at this point, and hammered out of play by Simeon. Might be realistically his first live touch of the game, Simeon, since coming in. To Blante. The throw-in belongs to Atlanta United 2. Weah's huffing and puffing at the edge of the box, preparing for the throw. Tick, 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 tick. All bodies forward. It looks like it will be a long one from Majuk. The safer alternative is, of course, Aiden Torres. A high boot. And play is stopped. Abadjareta, the one who put himself in harm's way and wins the whistle. Yuval Cohen scraping along. No rush. Cohen. Atlanta United 2 can't even get a glove on it. Now they take hold. A wild kick. It's going to be at least a yellow and nothing more. Suarez Corey, the offender. And having run about 15 miles, it feels like, Abadjareta is down on the deck. Suarez Corey may have known what he was doing there. Well, that's smart. Hammered to the other side. Dylan Waugh takes it at pace. Gets a shot away at the back post. And just missing out that tandem again. Seltzer Zubida, who just clips the ball away from the goalkeeper Ransom. Dylan Waugh bursting by and just had it bounce beyond the reach of Seltzer Zubida. Not to be lost in all this, if it is the pivotal points, Lovins Dylan Waugh, his first goal scored tonight for Inter Miami 2. And that is the point of difference. In the last minute, can Atlanta United 2 dig themselves out with the same tool that they dug their hole with? Shovel in hands. Pizza playing with the defender. Abadjareta, stride for stride, blown by Armas. Back in for Pizza. Picked his head up, had to go. Could not keep it down. It was good interplay. Pizza just used that as a fulcrum The pass he gave to Armas to wrap around into zone 14. $100 minutes. 100 minutes. Giovanni Farina is being instructed to do something. He might have some blood on his head. The captain will come off, so it's down to 9 for the time being for Inter Miami 2. He's got to change his jersey, and that's what the referee is instructing. Needless to say, Inter Miami 2 will not hurry to get this back in play. Sounds like it's going to be about 2 more minutes beyond the 10 that were given because of the stoppages in the stoppage time. Farina is yet to rejoin. Inter Miami 2 playing with 9 against 11. Tablante. His cross is blocked. That may open up a window for Simeone to grab it, and he does. Farina invited back into the game. Inter Miami 2 have danced with danger, and they have come away as Casanovas. Is that it? That's it. The end. Inter Miami 2, the result of their season. Down early, asked to do everything and then do it again. They leveled it at 1. They lost their goalkeeper. They immediately scored a go-ahead, and they carry that resolve across the line. Atlanta United 2 will wait for another day to try and get their first road win. The man of the match, his first goal at this MLS Next Pro level, Lovins Delanois does it. His goal carries the day for Inter Miami 2 on a wild night. Match week 21. The final chapter is quite a page turner. Inter Miami 2 take it at home, a crucial 3 points at Chase Field. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, folks, once more, I've been Peyton Gallagher. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Folks, we'll talk to you soon. Good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.